And
Oh, it's back.
that, I think this gets people going. This is a great tune.
I can feel my nostril hairs standing on end.
Mm.
It's like an electric spark.
Let's just let
It's
it
like
play
I put
again.
some batteries up my bum. No, let's
Okay,
not.
let's
not.
not.
Let's
Okay, let's just
fuck's
fade
sake.
it out.
Oh, fucking hell.
I really like it.
Are we paying money to use that music?
No,
Thank fuck.
that's completely free. Actually, the guy that done it, he put it on a public domain site,
Oh,
and he didn't put his
magnanimous.
name on it because he was too embarrassed. He said it. He says, "I'm not putting my name on this one because it's just what it is."
Garbage. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Garbage.
I kind of think it's beautiful.
It's like
That's what got
serving
me-
up a creme brulee and there's a human turd in the middle of it. From multiple people. Multiple source turds.
This has happened to you, hasn't it?
Never eaten something with any fecal matter in it. I did once make a dog shit sandwich, but not for my consumption.
For what purpose?
I was in halls of residence and somebody kept eating my sandwiches.
Oh, you wacky students!
So
Oh.
I've told you this story. Remember Mighty White Bread? It was the future of bread. Not white, not brown.
I do remember
Mighty White.
Yeah.
I got Mighty White Bread and I got a dog shit
Oh.
and I made it. And then I sealed it in the wee triangular container and I wrote Bavarian ham and Dijon mustard.
Oh, you're very creative.
And the following day, and I did it in my nice handwriting, and the following I checked and it was gone. So somebody must have taken it to their lectures and just been,
Oh.
Because dog shit can be quite meaty.
Listen,
My cat does shits and they smell quite,
no.
makes me hungry. No, you never, does your cat ever done a really beefy smelling shite?
Well, I've never. It smells bad. It smells of shit.
No,
It smells of cat food shit.
But I feed my cat properly. You just give your cat like pigeon wings and
Yeah.
shoe leather. But
Enjoys it.
My cat eats, it's a German cat food and it's 99.9% meat. There's no
Spoiled. A spoiled
There's
cat.
no rusk in it. There's no wheat.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But he does these really meaty shit.
I want to.
Why are you hand
best.
sanitising?
I've just looked at you. It makes me feel better.
Could you rub some in your eyes and ears? Just pour some into your nostrils.
Got my cat a rabbit.
Oh,
Out of the butcher.
alive rat. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Bit of raw meat. I thought,
There's
this
something
cat's
wrong
gonna
with
go,
your cat.
It's going to go mental. Honestly, he almost threw up
Yeah.
and he just wanted his custard. Oh, he
Devon
loves his custard.
custard.
Yeah, he loves that.
My cat likes a nice punchy curry,
Oh, yeah.
and he loves a really strong, mature cheddar. And you know what his favourite is?
Cheddar's great.
Primula. Shrimp
Yeah.
primula. But I use shrimp primula to clean my teeth.
Yeah.
It's like...
But my cat, what is it he likes? The pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack, yeah.
He'll sit and you can see him go, but he eats it, likes it.
Does that not bung him up a little bit?
A little. He gets a tiny bit.
Yeah, because my cat, have you seen it when they look like having a stroke, but they'll just try to shit out a right nugget?
And you hear a.
You remember that toothpaste you used to get as a kid, Punch and Judy?
No.
Strawberry flavoured.
I do. It's
Weird,
actually
wasn't
that.
it? Weird.
Yeah, that jumped in my head there. That was
Weird, wasn't it?
It's
Does
not a
that
good
still
thing.
exist?
There'll probably be a version of it. You get a strawberry.
Do you know you get Apple toothpaste?
No,
Fucking,
that's-
can you imagine? They've banned menthol cigarettes
Why?
because it was encouraging children to smoke.
Menthol doesn't
Menthol,
encourage children
no.
to do anything.
But my good friend Ross, who wears capes, he listens to this, but
Right.
he's a menthol smoker.
Right. Oh,
and
he's in
quite-
trouble.
He's distraught. He doesn't smoke men's cigarettes. He smokes a menthol, so it's been banned. But they've got a way around it.
Right. Okay.
So there's a brand of fags which are normal,
Uh-huh.
but they come with a sachet.
Oh.
You open the sachet, you put it into the packet, and it gives it a slight menthol taste.
Oh.
The fag companies are ruthless,
They're
aren't they?
ruthless, and that sounds like too much work.
It is.
I'm not even
And
a
he's
smoker.
quite
and I'm
lazy.
like,
He's quite a lazy person. It's
I could
like if you
imagine.
ever bought like a truffle and put it in your risotto rice in a Tupperware, and it flavours the rice. Truffle.
no, never.
We live in different worlds, don't we?
Can you microwave it?
No.
Then I don't know anything about it.
Truffle, you can buy them online. I prefer a black truffle, but I know some people like a nice
The
white
only truffle I know is the little chocolate ones you get.
Yeah. Well,
And-
they're named after the truffle.
But they're better.
No.
Well, what we're going to say here is yes.
Have you never cooked with truffle oil?
No.
Oh, wonderful.
No.
The listeners, try and fry an egg with a little bit of truffle oil.
God, you're going to die young.
You thank me for it.
Your heart's under so much
It's
pressure.
just when they flavour things with other flavours. It's funny, isn't
Can't
it?
taste.
Combinations.
Can't taste.
God,
Got problems.
You're basically James Cracknell.
Yeah. Without the aggression, I've got extreme apathy.
He's got some aggression. I'll tell you one thing Crackers isn't. He's no apathetic.
Well, I've got that.
That man goes.
As soon as I had my head injury and I came out of it, people were looking for changes in the personality and they were like, how are you? And I went, whatever.
You're the same old cunt. He's the same old cunt.
Yeah.
Don't worry, folks.
I'm fine.
All he has now is rowing because his family left him. He's just got rowing, that's it. Imagine that was it. I live to row.
I've seen him in a...
Big guy.
Yeah, big guy. And you see him before the accident and then you see him after and he's dead-eyed after it.
But he was quite dead-eyed before.
Was he?
Yeah.
I just think he was really
He's one
dead-eyed.
of these guys. He's competitive.
Yeah, like me. No.
But you know when people are so being competitive's good, I suppose. We're quite competitive about podcasts. We want to destroy our enemies.
We want to kill them all.
We want to kill them, their families, just
That's
burn their houses to
no
the ground,
problem.
smash it into powder, and then pour salt on it so nothing will grow.
And then I'll squat down and have a wee fart.
Have a wee fart on it. Just it
Well,
wouldn't even disturb the soil.
I've always said, you know why I'm not competitive?
Because you're shit at everything.
No, I don't need to be.
No?
I'm already the best.
Oh, what?
How about that?
Is that what your mother told
No,
you
I've said that.
when
My
you were limping
friend,
about the house?
he was so competitive,
Right.
my friend. I can't even describe. If you would play a PlayStation game, he had to beat you. He had
Yeah,
everything. He
weird.
had to beat you, right? And he was a bigger lad, but he couldn't. He was
Yeah.
a bit fat,
Mhm.
and he couldn't beat me at being thin because I was just skinny.
Mm-hmm.
But he always said, "See my ankles, strongest ankles you can get, strongest ankles in Scotland."
Mm.
And he would always claim he had strongest ankles. I went flying
That's a useful skill.
with my paraglider once, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a harness, and he went to get in it, and I
Broke
knew
both his
he was too big
Too
for it.
buddly.
And I went like, it's probably. I went, I'll try it. It'll be fine. And he didn't fit. I says, you're overweight for the glider anyway. I says, you can't. And he says, you know what was wrong there? That's my ankles. And he said it in front of people, but he was completely sincere. I was playing in his house once, a PlayStation game. This is how long ago in the 90s, and it was Ace Combat, the first one. And you're flying a
No
jet.
idea what you're talking
Flying
about.
a jet. Everyone,
You're not really flying
Listening.
a jet.
you are flying a jet.
Is that
And
where you go in your mind?
I would. What?
When you computer game people, do you go to that place?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like I play PUBG. I've told you about this. You land on an island and fight to the death.
You've told me.
But sometimes I just like having a wee wander around. I feel familiar on the island. I like it.
Do you rearrange your coasters?
I would love to. You don't have that ability, but I'd love to just put a nice settee in and a TV. I know the house I like. I know my favourite
You
house
are
on
one
the
of these
island.
people that would you would disappear into the VR and leave your body to just
I wouldn't ever come
moulder.
out.
No.
So anyway, my friend,
Uh-huh.
I've got the jet, and I fly the jet as high, and the graphics are really rudimentary in the 90s. And I
Oh,
fly
man.
as high as I can,
Uh-huh.
point it towards
Do
the
you
ground.
feel that little feeling in your perineum?
No,
No.
I just found out recently that you keep saying perineum. I always thought it was in my nose. And you kept
Funnily
saying,
enough, your nose is often close to perineum,
I didn't know.
drawn to each other.
I told my partner, and she says, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And then she had to explain, and then went and got a medical thing
And showed
on
you.
the internet to show me where the perineum was, and
I
I
bet
thought it was this bit in the middle of the nose,
Oh,
septum, apparently.
oh.
So
God,
anyway, I take the jet.
that's when you're visiting the GP.
Yeah,
No wonder.
I take my advice. Suppositories, they're the hardest pills to swallow. So I'd get my jet and I point it towards the ground to see how fast it would fly into the ground. And he was in the kitchen. He comes through and he says, "I didn't buy a game so you could fly the best jets in the world for you to crash them into the ground."
Could you not just
Totally
have,
sincere.
Could you not just have sniffed glue like normal people? You fucking weirdos.
If only.
Weirdos.
If only. They were great times. Would sit,
The
get a curry.
'90s
Wait a
were
minute.
not great times.
There was for one thing.
What? Let's hear it. Jet out of Gladiators.
Well, that was that. Tomb Raider. Would sit and
Never-
play Tomb Raider.
I've never played Tomb
It's
Raider.
It was fantastic. It was mind blowing.
Because my problem is I don't care about completing anything.
I very rarely complete a
You
game.
know, you never.
I get onto the last bit and,
and
just
then
stop.
just put
Yeah,
it down. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I very rarely. It kind of spoils it, I find.
Yeah, because it's complete. Or
Yeah.
you always leave it just partially
Yeah.
finished. Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
I do that all the time.
Oh.
It sends. Now, I'm not a gamer. I like games, My partner is a gamer. She'll sit for 18 hours solid playing a game. No problem.
Even when you're there.
Yes, just ignores me.
Just ignores you.
And she will complete everything, and it has to be completed. She has to do all the side missions. She has to do it
make
properly.
Notes?
She doesn't make notes, but she's got, I don't think it's an eidetic memory, but you have to be careful around her. She remembers everything. But if I phoned her now and asked for something in my house where it is, she'll be able to tell me like that. She knows everything.
But your house is it's like a sterile bubble.
Yes.
There's nothing.
So nice.
Minimalist.
I was waiting to say wonderful, and that brings me on to the next thing. Did you like the shop I'm building for our merch?
Like's a strong word.
Well, find another word.
Fear. Fear.
So
it's like there's some pound shops in Dundee.
Some,
yeah.
There's a lot.
It's on that level.
Oh, thank you.
It's, you know how there's, you go into a pound shop and there's like nose trimmers, pliers, party favours, anal product.
There's a lot of anal products for £1.
Biscuits.
My favourite one is in Poundland in the Wellgate, and it has condoms, pregnancy testing kits,
beautiful.
and then headache pills all in the.
Useful.
Yeah.
Pound shops aren't cheap though.
Why? They're £1.
No, but the thing is, everything's £1. There'll be a £1 for biscuits, but you can get the biscuits
cheaper,
for 50 pence.
It works out.
It plays a game on you. Plays a game on you. I like buying Coca-Cola from around the world.
All right.
Where they've had to put a label on it in English, so it's like Saudi Arabian Coca-Cola. Just tastes the fucking same.
Tastes the same.
Just remember when you used to go abroad as a kid, be in France, and you taste their juice.
Okay.
Like, wow, this is different. This is mind blowing. I think it was just your imagination. Just a fucking fizzy juice.
And I think in Spain, when you get the juice like Lilt or something, it's thinner. It's not. It feels watery.
Yeah, we've got a thick.
Ours is just like syrup.
Ours is a syrup.
And theirs you actually need to cool down, so it's more watery.
The only thing I can say is the one thing Britain can be proud of is the milk. You don't like milk, but British milk's nice. If you go to France, their milk's
Wait, I'll stop you there. I drink more milk than anyone I know. I love milk. It's just that I don't like the milk you like. Therefore, you tell everyone I don't like milk.
Here we go. If I was to milk it, if there's a cow walked in here, and I milked it, and that
wouldn't happen twice in 1 week. So,
put it into a bucket.
Okay,
that's the milk I like. The gold top, the goodness. You would like that put through some kind of machine to remove all the flavour, the nutrients, the body.
I want it slightly grey.
Yeah, you want it. You want it basically if it was a rainy morning, and a breeze block had dew on it. That would be the liquid you prefer as milk.
Of course, you're a poetic.
What animal produces the most insipid milk? Maybe we could do that for you.
Man, the most dangerous game.
No, but I think man's. We've told this. Man would have it'd be an unusual flavour.
Salty.
Flavoursome, yeah.
No, I don't
would
know.
have a real, because seal milk, for example, or whale milk, like butter, delicious.
Seagull milk. I know they don't make it, but I'm sure you could squeeze one part of them.
We spoke about pigeons' crop milk, but as a mammalian, what kind of animal? What's a really peer looking? A panda milk?
Panda milk
because
all
these
so
bamboo,
lumpy. And
would it be a lumpy milk?
Fibrous
milk.
Yeah.
I like oat milk. That's the only non-dairy milk I like.
I like goat milk. I have to say that's really nice.
There's something of the goat about you.
I love goat milk.
You
can have it with anything, but don't heat it up.
No.
Oh
what
God!
Happens? It gets that goaty smell.
It tastes like shit. You know, if you're heating milk up, you can go that bit just too far.
And it splits. Splits.
Yeah. The goat milk's 1,000 times worse.
My mum and dad are visiting tonight, and I've made a Collie cheese. But I overheated the milk.
Oh no!
And the cauliflower cheese just looks like
lumpy vomit.
There's a wanky element to it, but I don't want to see it on my mum's chin.
Fucking hell, dude. Too far.
The two of them are just tucking into my Collie cheese. And I'm just like, this 45 years of your parenting, I've finally had my revenge.
Once again, people will go, you're only 45? Yeah.
I'm in the 45th year.
Oh man.
I've got the outlook of a 65-year-old.
I am
don't say you're youthful in your outlook.
I'm 49 in October.
When you're 50, I'm just going to stop. I won't be able to share this space.
That's fair enough.
Because the stench.
I do have a note. It's changing.
No, I don't know. I don't think you've got a human smell.
Oh, that's a lot of that's links Africa. But I like I like a lot of Africa on me these days, or whatever else is in Poundland. But I have noticed I've changed in smell as I got older.
Yeah.
I think my body's dying from the inside out now.
Men get that. Women get that pish and lavendery smell, but old men get that. It's a lifeless odour.
It's a very dry smell.
The sap goes out of them.
Yeah.
They're not a spring tree. They're an
oil.
old...
I need to start taking oils and lotions and potions. Just get them right into my skin.
Spoonful of cod liver oil.
Okay.
I'll do you.
How about a capsule? I'm not going to take a spoonful of it.
Well, just stick one of them up your arse. Just get your partner involved.
Oh.
Do a handstand. Get her to get a bottle of good quality olive oil. Cram it up your arse and just let the whole thing go. You know, like an optic in a bar. And then wait till it's coming out your lugs. And repeat that process 3 or 4 times a week. Oil,
okay, I'll take oil. But I like coconut oil.
Well, my mum used to smear on her hands. This is long ago, before she was a lady, an old lady. This is when she was younger than I am now. But women like to moisturise.
Mm-hmm.
But she would have stuff called oil of Ulay.
Yeah.
And it's now called oil of Olay.
Yeah.
Do you know what the main ingredient was in that?
It has to be an animal.
Horse placenta.
Oh, fuck.
They used to have mares in stables, and they would just get the placenta in the first pish. Horse pish, because I had a lot.
Why does everyone think horse urine's fucking magical? Have you ever been to a stable?
Oh, it's but they can pish.
It knocks you out.
They can pish.
You got to clean that out that day.
The worst thing's rabbit pish.
Is it?
It's like milky. Yeah.
Oh.
No, but I might be wrong in this, because I'm wrong. I've been wrong once or twice.
No.
But the early days of the ladies' pill. Right.
Okay.
I may be wrong, I may be right, I may be black, I may be white. What's that lyric? No, but they used to gather horse pish and get the estrogen from it. Before, I think it's now synthesised estrogen.
That's right.
Yeah.
The smelling salts as well.
The smelling salts.
That's horse piss.
Is it horse piss?
But the thing is, when you go to a stable and someone hasn't cleaned their horse out for a couple of days, it's smelling salts. It's the same.
Is
fuck.
Clears the nostrils.
People,
if you leave a cat litter for too long,
but people around horses, they're used to it. But as you'd walk past it, you'd feel it on your face, the gas
tingle.
It's not nice. Now, horses. That brings me on to the thing I had to talk about today. You know my friend who invests money in Kenyan princes and all this sort of stuff. He's never mentioned again. That money's gone. Okay.
Have you thought about impersonating something and just milking him for money?
I have, but I've got morals.
No, you've not. It's just, you've thought about it.
I think his money's gone, so there's no point now.
No.
So, he phones me yesterday.
Jesus.
All this masks, all this COVID, all this nonsense. It's not real. So he's went from being terrified of it to saying it's not real.
No, I know a few people.
Right over.
Yeah.
He says it's all bullshit. This is us. People are losing their livelihoods. People are this.
He's on the dole.
He's going on. Yeah. Everything just. He's losing everything. Everything's going wrong, right? He says, you know what's causing this? I said, what? He says, you notice the amount of horses they're putting in fields. And I wait for the punchline. And he goes, think about that. And I went, dude, come on. What you have to explain this. He says, where he lives, he's right beside a field. And he says, there's never been horses there. Now there's horses and everyone's getting ill. He says, a coincidence? I don't think so.
Oh, fucking idiot.
Fucking sincere. Now he's at his back window watching these fucking horses. And when they get too close to his house, he scares them away. Because he doesn't want the COVIDs.
That's idiotic.
Is it brain damage?
No, it's dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's pure and simple.
It's just
dope.
the long-term effects.
Long-term effects are dope. It fucks your faculties. No, it's dope, and then going down rabbit holes on the internet. It opens your brain up like a sponge.
I enjoy going down these.
So do I, but
love
I know
the
it's
conspiracies,
nonsense.
But it's not. That's why I like it.
Yeah, I know it's.
And when you start seeing people who genuinely believe it, it takes the fun out of it. It's almost like it's my version of watching Neighbours. I love UFOs. I love Sasquatch.
Yeah, everything.
It's all
Loch Ness Monster, brilliant.
Yeah.
My theory is, there's a guy at my work who believes that 9/11 was an insect. He believes every conspiracy.
I used to believe it. When you're younger, you're not smart enough.
I never
but
did.
now,
No, I didn't believe it. But what my theory is, he's a guy who doesn't read much.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so he simultaneously is suspicious of the written word, but then holds it at very high esteem. The written word is for smart people. So then when he reads anything, it's got more added
that's
weight.
Right. Yeah, that's
the thing. But he came in, for example, one of these, he still buys DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
Who buys a fucking DVD?
Right, okay.
Groucho's and Dundee's closed. Nobody's buying DVDs.
Yeah.
And he came in with too many DVDs. His extras, he was clearing out, and there was hundreds of them, and they're all on the desk at the tea room. And fuck's sake, I didn't, because I don't want DVDs.
Yeah.
He had 4 or 5 9/11 conspiracy ones. Not ones he'd bought at a shop. He'd sent away for them.
Oh, even better.
Now, but imagine willingly putting them out for people to look at. I just took them and threw them in the bin. I thought these need destroying.
You know the thing that got me not into 9/11 conspiracies, and certainly the fact that I was always like, what went on there in a different aspect, and I wasn't down the rabbit hole believing it was what it was. My friend, she would get the subway to the Twin Towers and come out there and then walk to her work, because there was one in the bottom. So she comes out, she hears a bang, no clue what it was, just keeps walking. She gets to her work, which is this big publicity agency, and it was great because she used to send me all publicity stuff, you know, she'd get for free. And there was a guy who identified himself as FBI and said, there's an act of war, you have to go home, walk that way, and he's guiding everyone, and he had an FBI thing. As she's walking up the road, the other plane hits. And she was so scared by that that she moved out of New York. She never went back. She moved north. And that was really weird. It was a strange thing, and it's all that really played with her mind. You
know my theory on conspiracies. People are morons.
Yeah, that's very true.
To carry out a conspiracy, people have to be very capable.
I think the problem is there's conspiracies all the time. Yeah. And was there a conspiracy on 9/11? Yeah, the people who carried it out. That was a conspiracy. So there are conspiracies that carry out tremendous things and work. And that's where you have to.
But there wasn't that many of them. It was a tight group.
Yeah, but this is when you have to learn the difference in different things. Was there a conspiracy in the British government that day where one of the politicians said this is a good day to bury bad news? Incredibly tasteless.
But that's as old as time.
But that's what you do.
Yeah, that's as old as time. That's what you do. You drop a story late at night.
That's it, yeah.
But now you've got Twitter, which is... There was a day in Britain on the radio, I think it was before the days of television, where the newscaster started up on, say, Radio 1, said, there's no news today.
Yeah.
There was just there was so little had happened that day.
Yeah.
Nothing to report. Imagine that now.
That's crazy.
You hear a story, somebody farts in the middle of the rainforest, you hear about it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable amounts of information. It's driving people a little bit potty.
Well,
it's anger and rage.
At this point in the world, there's less war, less violence than ever. But you wouldn't think it.
No.
You wouldn't think it.
They're getting very good at leaving the war in places nobody cares about.
Yeah.
And to people that they don't care about anymore. The wars that used to happen with civilized nations have kind of shrunken down.
Yeah.
Well, you think about Europe. It was always at war with each other.
Yeah.
Up in recent history.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Again, we're at it constantly, just all the time.
I think
it's a better world. You walk about Dundee. I've noticed, for example, God, I've not been up in pubs for a while. But when I was a doorman, there was a lot more fighting went on in pubs.
Right. Okay.
Every weekend, every pub I worked in, something would have happened. I can't remember the last time I saw a fight in a pub.
Really, this is
people
good news.
People have mellowed, man. People have mellowed.
I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Education.
No, lead in petrol.
Oh, that'll do it. But
they've taken the lead out of petrol, and lead in the atmosphere makes people aggressive.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And when did they take it out? 20 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I see what's happening.
Freakonomics stuff blows your mind.
Yeah, Freakonomics. That's You have to be an artist, though. I think Freakonomics is a bit like the FBI teams that look for serial killers.
Yeah.
Because there's no book to learn. They've got to get in the mind of the serial killer. They've got to think that way. It's artistic.
The worst thing Hollywood ever did was make serial killers glamorous.
I agree.
Serial killers are generally men with moustaches who don't wash their balls, killing drifters.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
The one that I hate about it is they constantly say they're geniuses. They're not.
They're
just
geniuses.
Fucking nutcases. They usually find them. They're all a bit...
To be a murderer,
odd.
you can't be smart because basically you're psychopathic. You don't realise even an unpleasant person, their self-preservation thinks, I'm not going to kill that person because the consequences will be I'll spend the rest of my life in prison.
Right, yeah.
To be like, no, I'm going ahead anyway. You've got to have something lacking, something majorly lacking from your brain. Dundee occasionally has a murder. They're not geniuses.
No.
It's people who know each other hitting them with a cano.
I made a joke to my patrons a while ago because I went through Lochee one day and there was police all over the place and there was a few bodies around and it was overdoses, bad heroin, just everyone was lying dead. They were all in the street. It was like, it looked really, that was the worst I've ever seen. And I made a few jokes about murders and I was walking up Lochee Park and there'd been a body found there. That was the day after you told me someone you know got murdered. Yeah. And I thought, no more jokes about people getting murdered around here. No. There was just too many bodies. So
Dundee punches above its weight.
In murders, yeah. Go to Kirkcaldy.
Oh.
What the hell is it with Kirkcaldy?
If I lived in Kirkcaldy, I'd murder myself.
Yeah. It's a lot of murders there.
What's the little zoo in Kirkcaldy that's got the little marmosettes in it? But
I don't know about
the locals kept giving them cigarettes and sweeties and killing them all the time.
You used to see that in Camperdown. All the wee monkeys would smoke. They would just sit and smoke all day. It was terrible. And that was considered cute.
No, that wasn't monkeys. That was locals. Locals. They were the ones not in the cage.
My favourite current zoo in Dundee, if you go on the Liff Road, beside the Logie Bar, at the back, there's a cage, and that's where all the smokers go. And there's all these old men.
Imagine if you're wonderful. Like in your 80s, you went to your local and you just had a pie and a pint and a fag and it's gone. You're just, what happened to those old geezers?
Well, that's a big worry, isn't it? It's a concern because that's where a lot of people checked on each other at these things.
Yeah, the Logie Bar. I think I've been in there. Dundee's got a fine. The closest, is it the closest pub to us? The Bay Horse.
Right.
To here. It's now called the Corner Bar.
I've noticed. Yes.
There's a new baker opened across the street from me, and it says fine cakes, pastries. And I looked in the window, and there was a tray with basically 2 jelly donuts and a pie. And I thought, that's not a lot of output.
They're not expecting a big rush.
They open from 8 o'clock till 4, and they're not open at weekends. You're like, you should really be open on a Sunday morning.
And just
Saturday morning. That's a hangover time.
My God.
But no. I think it might be one of these fronts.
Every shop round here's a front.
Imagine if you just went to the the day later bakery it's called?
Day after.
Day after bakery.
Yep.
And that just sells the stuff they're about to bin from the day before.
It's great.
Do you go there?
I used to go there, yeah.
It's disgusting. Everything's stale.
Everything's stale, but it's fine. Get a buttery, it's fine.
You could buy the stuff from the stale bakery and put it in your window. And then just, meanwhile, round the back, you're doing a massage parlour.
Our bakery named after a nuclear Holocaust film.
Is that the one with Steve Guttenberg and Jason Robards?
I think so.
That's harrowing. Yeah. Everybody's hair falls out.
John Lithgow's in it, isn't he?
Is he?
I think he is.
I wouldn't like to see John Lithgow's irradiated face.
No, he's not a great looking.
He's a good actor, though. Yeah, I like him.
But he's not. He's
in Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. He's great in Cliffhanger. I like him.
English. Well, there you go. Serial killer baddies with an English accent
and
cut glass English accent.
Well, my ex was American. She went on a Virgin flight from London to New York to go home. She says everyone on it were either really snotty or overly smart and dangerous. And I went, no, that's just in films. It was their accent. She wasn't used to English accents.
But to the Americans, all British accent sounds posh.
Yeah. And it's like, oh no.
They meet some Dundee gadget and he's like that. Are you the King of England? The King of England.
But
yeah.
it represents intelligence, and you're meant to fear intelligence.
Right.
It's like, no, don't do that. It's
somebody was saying, like, America's health service, the capability of it, the technology, it ranks number 1 in the world.
Yes.
But it's something like 27th in access to the medical care.
Yeah, just...
And their universities are number 1 in the world for all the facilities, and they like 30th or something. So they've got all this stuff, but they don't like sharing it out.
I know why.
Cost, money.
Well, that's one thing. And you'd think, say, a poor person, and you said to them, how about we gave you access? Everyone gets medicine.
They don't want it.
They don't want it.
Self-sufficiency.
Well,
cowboy ethic.
I was talking to a girl. She was pregnant, and she's saying, oh, this cost, and her insurance has gone up. And I'm like, but wouldn't it be better if you had like our National Health Service? And the first thing she went is socialism. And I went, stop. You have the police, you have the fire brigade.
The thing, there's death panel.
I says, no. She says, and they had the answer for me. So you're telling me I go up to the ER and there might be a paedophile in front of me and they get treated as well? And I went, but that's not what...
What?
That was, and I heard that from several people.
That's quite a number big business has done on people.
But
that's
didn't have a penny to her name.
That is a conspiracy. That's a long term.
You can have all this for free. I said, you're already paying towards it. You pay a lot more than I do. But the difference is you get nothing for it.
Nothing.
I said, so wouldn't it be better to maybe have, but your government's not there to look after you. They're there to protect you from the enemy.
Jesus
and I'm like,
Christ.
whoa. And then that's when I kind of realised that in different degrees, that is the vibe you get.
That's quite a number they've done. It's impressive.
It's just marketing.
But there's a great myth that America's not a left-wing leading country.
Yeah.
There's been movements in America, unbelievable stuff that's happened, but it was all like, we've got to nip that in the bud.
People, they don't seem to understand the difference between socialism, Marxism, communism.
Yeah, no.
And it's all one thing.
Yeah.
But you say, you have the police, you have the fire brigade, you have...
There's some places in America there's no infrastructure. They say Florida, there's no really infrastructure.
And that's...
They're like, I'm not paying tax. Well, you're not getting a road, that's fine.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And it's a rich country. But
it's a very rich country, and it's entrepreneurial, and people think self-sufficient and they go out and do it. Yeah, but it's strange. I prefer our uselessness here. I like a safety net.
Hold on though.
I'm scared of heights.
We have a lot good here.
Oh yeah.
But when you go to America, there's so much good. There's so many good things.
Yeah.
And it's
swings and roundabouts, man.
Yes.
Swings and roundabouts.
They turn right on a red light. They can still keep going. That's the most wonderful thing.
You love that.
I wish we could turn left on a red light here.
I don't drive, so it's not really a big
keep
thing
the flow of traffic going. It's the most brilliant idea.
There's a thing on Netflix, and it's about a barbecue.
Okay.
And it's an 85-year-old woman called Tootsie, and she makes these barbecued goods, and you've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I don't like barbecue. To make you hungry.
I forget you even said that. But I like to torment myself. You know how Stephen Hawkins used to like to get his carer to take him out into the garden and leave him in the sun to bake, because he was a bit of masochistic. Yeah. My thing is watching barbecue and then not having any barbecue, and you can just feel yourself just consuming yourself.
I go on this website called The Chive, and it's just funny pictures, sometimes sexy girls.
You surprise me. Your notion of sexy girls is the cast of Golden Girls.
I have seen a Golden Girls t-shirt I'm getting.
Fuck's sake. Blanche Devereaux. You can't say no to Blanche Devereaux.
No, you can't. You know what? My partner just bought me. I was looking at this Golden Girls.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She bought me a Lost Boys t-shirt.
That's nice.
That's nice.
I watched Lost Boys recently. That's a hell of a film.
It's great. I watched it in lockdown.
Love
fantastic.
it. Isn't it?
It's a fantastic film.
It's a light. It's
the only Joel Schumacher film.
Joel Schumacher was a hairdresser.
Terrible films, apart from that one.
Oh, that one. It's the most 80s film I've ever seen.
But it doesn't make the 80s look bad.
No, it looks fun.
It looks good.
That was the kind of film you watched, and I thought as a kid, I wish I lived in America.
Yeah. Do you remember when it used to be like that when we were kids? To go to America was the big thing. That's what got me there.
Yeah.
Because you still had this...
Well,
And
say E.T. for example.
Yeah.
Single mum, struggling financially. They lived in this fucking gigantic house. Yeah. They all had their own bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I had to share a bed. I had to share a bedroom with my brother.
9 others.
Earplugs were necessary, and my mum would decorate the bedroom once a year. We had no say in what new, and we weren't allowed to put posters up because it damaged the wallpaper. And you had the TV on the gimbal. Oh. If you're watching anything naughty, you had to stand up.
You had a TV
on a gimbal.
Oh, I didn't realise you were rich.
On a gimbal. I think it was a black and white TV.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
No, I was.
Elliot just had this room full of shit.
I hate to bring him up, but Jonathan King, and it was his show, Entertainment USA.
Squint-jawed cunt.
Yes, he's
still on Twitter, that cunt.
How's that allowed?
He's a unrepentant pederast.
Yeah, doesn't give a fuck.
Somebody, I don't believe in like fucking vigilantism, but somebody just slit. He is a turd.
No, we won't say that.
But yeah,
we won't say that. We won't go down that.
Slit his trousers pockets and steal his change out of them.
There you go.
But he was gaslit. He's not even really American, is he? He was all this stuff. He used to wear Stars and Stripes.
Oh, he's just a dick.
He had a lot of clout back in the day.
Yes, he got Jenny Powell started.
Oh, I've seen Jenny Powell now.
Oh, sad face.
Ulrika Johnson.
Oh God, what's happened to her?
That's sunshine, man.
Stay out of it.
Stay out of the sun.
Jesus, it's not a good look.
Who did I see the other day?
Have you ever grabbed your knee and pulled the skin forward?
Yeah.
That's what she looks like.
Oh, there's a guy called, and a guy called Nick Hancock. Yes. Remember that terrible show? It was about sports, so I didn't like it.
Yeah.
He rocked up in some antiques program the other day. Mm-hmm. And his posture and everything about him was like my granddad.
Really?
He was like, he'd just become an elderly man.
Wow.
He just sat there. And I thought, you poor old bastard. But he left show business to become an accountant for a period of time.
Oh, yeah. What a horrendous person.
Because a lot of comedians have been like, Harry Hill was a GP.
Yeah.
A lot of them do that. Mm-hmm. They're stifled in this job, and then they think comedy's for me. Yeah, Hancock went the opposite way.
Oh, that's weird.
Isn't it?
That's weird.
Television just now, we're running out of stuff to watch, have you noticed? Because there's a lot of the best of Flog It.
I think
the best of Celebrity MasterChef.
This is like war, right? Mm-hmm. And in World War II or in the Falklands, they realised that you go for the people, the triage, on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people
you mark them in the forehead.
They were left on the field, but they were cold, and they survived.
Okay.
And there was a higher, so that's where, they put the blanket on you to cool you down now if you're badly injured. That came from the Falklands, that recent. So we're in a time of media falling apart because of this war against the disease. There's going to be new things. This is an exciting time, and it's going to come out of nowhere.
No, I've heard that like 6 months from now, the TV's switched off. They've nothing left to show.
Oh, that'd be great. People making TV at their home again, YouTube.
Oh, The Boys is back.
That'd be great.
There's a thing called, have I mentioned, Raised by Wolves?
Is it good?
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's mental.
Really?
Oh, yeah, give that a go.
That's Ridley Scott, isn't it?
Yeah, Ridley Scott. He's a great stylist. There's a woman in it that I think you'd like because she's terrifying. She'd pull your head down and shit down your neck. Oh, you'd be like, oh, this is wonderful.
I love that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay, I know who's watching this. And I've got an idea of the calibre of the people.
Aye. The standard.
The standard.
Like a standard poodle.
But I'm going to say something. Ridley Scott isn't a very good director.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I'm not, you know what, I'm not even giving that comment oxygen. I'm just going to ignore it.
I can prove it. I can prove it. Alien.
Alien's a wonderful film.
It's alright.
It's wonderful.
A slasher.
It's a
Ponzi slasher.
It's not Ponzi.
It is.
No, it's a haunted house movie. I love it. No, I really love it.
It's a remake of The Thing. The Thing's a remake of The Thing.
No,
but Alien's a remake of The Thing. Yeah, it is. You go back and watch it. Yeah. You think about it.
No.
Terrible.
No, it's not.
It's rubbish. Blade Runner. Awful.
Love Blade Runner.
Denis Villeneuve's one is 1,000 times better.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that. I did like it. No, I liked that film.
1,000 times better.
No.
The first one's...
Yeah, I think what you're doing is, I think you're trying to get my hackles up. I can feel my hackles rising.
You're bald where the hackles should be, and let me tell you something.
I'm sprouting more hair. In my hackles. That
I am being completely sincere. It's
I know.
awful.
I know the films you fucking watch.
Right, go on then.
I know that. I know the hollowness of your soul. I don't.
Film.
I'm not even giving them. I'm not even putting names to them.
An indie film called Bellflower.
Oh, you've spoken about this. This sounds.
Uncle Kent.
Bellflower sounds like the kind of film when I'm on my period and I'm just chowing into a big thing of Häagen-Dazs.
Mm-hmm.
Not too cold. I've let it warm up a little bit, so it's not too sore. I'm a wee delicate gums.
You are a princess.
And I just sit there in my PJs, Hello Kitty PJs, and I just watch that film. You like a nice indie film?
Yes.
With a woman going through some kind of vague, mild anxiety.
No, you're incorrect. This is about young men.
Is it?
And it's about just... There's not a lot happens in it. It's an amazing looking film.
Do you like those Kevin Smith films?
No. He's rubbish.
He is garbage.
Yoga Hosers.
What's that? Oh, is that the film?
That's his daughter. Oh, fuck.
Is it not his daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter?
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Lily Rose Depp and Harley Quinn.
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
He looks like a burst settee now, Kevin Smith. He wears fat man clothes, but he's really skinny.
That skin
Change
under
your look.
Because he went vegan because he's heart attack.
He'll have... Right, if I had a heart attack and they said to me,
it's coming,
you have to go vegan, I'd just say, bring on the second heart attack. Can you imagine? What, like, because he's not that old. What is he, 50?
I think he's, yeah.
He's got another 20 years of nerddom on a vegan diet. He likes to talk. He likes a story. He tells a story. But they're all very, like, no, they're bloodless. I like somebody that's Hollywood people never do a tell-all because they'll never work again.
Yeah.
So they kind of give a story.
His story is
Rupert Everett's the only guy that just says, "Let me tell you," and he just...
His story about Sharon Stone is amazing.
Oh, what's the Sharon Stone one?
Sharon Stone. He says he was working with Sharon Stone.
She was ferocious in her prime, wasn't she?
I wouldn't put it that way.
I like Sharon
irritating.
No.
And he says...
Ferocious.
She was playing this real character. He says, last night, sitting at lunch, he says, I'm sitting, got, bacon and eggs. I'm just relaxed. She sits beside me in the canteen, getting ready to do the film.
Ferocious.
And she says, last night, the spirit of this person she was playing came into me and I'm now possessed by her.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And says, and what did you say? He says, you're talking like a fucking homeless person. Leave me alone. He's wonderful. He doesn't care.
Yeah. He was best friends with Madonna for a while.
That's a strange... I wouldn't want to be
How
best
can you
friends
best friends with Madonna?
Oh.
Well, saying that, could you consider us friends? You've got a Madonna-like vibe. I've seen your sex book you made, the coffee table book.
It's a good one.
Isn't it?
It's all coloured in.
It's coloured in.
It's nice.
You can barely tell what's what in it.
Nah, that's quite accurate.
There's areas where you're like that. Is that a thumb?
I got that sex book as a present.
Oh, okay,
and I know why I got it as a present, because it was in the works for a $5.
Oh, could that be worth money?
Yeah, and it was all
thick.
Yeah, and
glossy.
Vanilla Ice is in it.
I was going like a train, and then I turned over and it was Vanilla Ice, and it stopped me in my tracks.
Have you seen? Speaking of films, have you seen Vanilla Ice? As cool as that?
No, I hate Vanilla Ice.
No. Watch this
film. Is his name not Howard Pumperdink?
It's Pumperdinkle. Something like that. Yeah.
The guy that looks after the estate, the president's estate, he goes to Camp David?
Yeah, okay.
The gardens there is called Randy Bumgardner.
Randy Bumgardner. I knew a Randy Glasscock.
Oh, wonderful.
And at work he was known as Horny Crystal Dick.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you change your name.
Randy Glasscock.
Glasscock.
That's a beautiful name.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine I'm the Glasscock.
You'd be some sort of leader.
You'd see the fluids coming out of it. It'd be mystical, wouldn't it?
It'd be dirty in there.
It'd be dirty.
Grainy.
Well, I'm just thinking, why is there a rather soiled looking curtain across from us now?
2 reasons. One, it's meant to be my cinema sort of velvety one that's in red that's there, but I can't find it. And that's just essentially a paint cover, and this is to help stop reflections, and I've been meaning to do it since the start.
But was the light shining off my bones?
That's what it is. I've been up all
It's like a
morning
it's
looking
like
for
a
this.
unicorn.
You've been watching yourself.
No, I've not.
You do. And this is something, because you pointed out
like
the other day that you listened back to our podcasts. I don't even listen to them.
I'll be honest with you, I always listen to them when I'm having a shite, which is handy because my shites are about an hour and a half.
Do you know if
I
you
bite
have,
through a lot of sticks?
Yeah, do you just
No, I get one
clip
of
it halfway?
No, I get one of those chews. Kind of ones that's made out of gut you give to your
Oh
dogs.
yeah.
And can the dog chews on
I
it
love
for a while and
chewing
it gets that right?
Do you eat them?
Oh, I love them. I like
I
a
like
bonio.
You get the little thin ones that are fake pig's ears that you get. And
Oh,
if
no,
you
I like
chew
a
that,
real pig ear.
oh, I like that. It's nice. It's
Yeah.
very good. No, this is to help with reflections.
You're
and
so
sound,
knowledgeable.
you know.
You're like I've said. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You're like Rose out of Frasier.
That's good. I like that.
She
I like
was.
her.
She was.
I like the
she was
attitude.
fierce. She was spunky.
Any girl with attitude
well,
or carries a knife.
her and Frasier fucked everything that moved in the course of that show.
That's true.
He was a
They
real
were dick
shagger, wasn't he?
Dick swinging, yeah.
He left a lot of women in his wake.
Oh God.
And the dad was a right shagger as well.
Yeah, they all done it.
Have you ever
That's really
seen
good.
Daphne Moon? Worst accent on television.
Yes.
She was in a film To Live and Die in L.A.
Yeah.
in a
That's right.
lesbian naked scene.
Oh.
Just look that. I think she has a three wee.
A 3-wee.
It's like a wee she with 3 holes in it. It's can you imagine sprinkling?
My God.
Sprinkling. She has a threesome with Daniel. Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
I like Willem Dafoe. He's a
Willem
good
Dafoe's
actor.
okay.
Have you seen The Lighthouse?
No, I haven't. Is it really good? It looks fantastic.
The two of them are just wanting to pork each other. It's quite, I think Willem Dafoe has sex with an octopus in it, like a kraken.
That's cool.
It's quite a film.
Yeah, I like that sort of thing.
It's nutty. It's
something.
It's an
Make a film.
experience.
We're talking about that this morning with my partner, and we're talking about we'll watch a lot of bad films that are notoriously bad, from The Room to just whatever,
The Room's.
It's great though. It's so good.
I didn't hate watch it as much as I thought I'd hate watch it. I thought I was going to have a real fun with it, but yeah, just didn't have enough meat.
What you need to do is
He
you
has
just take
like
the
a
highlights
shooty,
out.
he has a shooty wank at the end,
Yeah, it's very strange.
isn't
But
it?
if you take out the highlights and you know all
Yeah,
the parts,
yeah.
it's wonderful. And we really enjoy that. And I'm convinced that people should stop trying to make Hollywood films on the budget of £20. And they always make this effort of having a script, of actors.
Just make it spontaneous,
Do something. Say, what makes a film? Throw it out the window.
right?
What makes a script? Throw it out the window. How do we even film it? It's wonderful now where you've got phones that are HD and
Yeah,
just go and make something. And I'm convinced you could make something absolutely gorgeous. There's a documentary about Dundee actually, and it's about food banks. And there's a few drunk guys and junkies, and there's a few people who really, really, lost their jobs and they're, in the food bank. And you're like, the way it's filmed and the way you're drawn into the world.
yeah. Oh, there's some characters,
Yeah. And
some Dundee
if
faces.
that had even the most rudimentary story, or even if you need a story,
No,
and
here's
don't
one.
make it a documentary.
Robbing a food bank,
There you go.
coming in like Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Oh, I
know
thought
a-
guns blazing,
I
but
know a
no.
lassie works in the food bank. She says the junkies come in, just take the Mars bars, and they're not interested in any of the actual food.
Oh, that's...
There's vegetables. Nobody ever wants a vegetable. Not once. Never. The nicest of tatties, nobody's like, what do you want me to do that? But I suppose they maybe they don't have the facility to cook a tatty.
And you'll find people who have been brought up in certain ways in lives, they don't have a clue
No, they're
how
morons.
to cook.
They're
They just
morons.
don't know.
I remember there's the document on BBC about the food bank. There was a guy, and he'd been like a workie. He was like a plumber,
Yeah.
and he lost a plumber. But a week after he'd lost his job, he was at the food bank, and I thought, you've not planned.
Yes, I think this is the same documentary.
But there's a lassie that's in this building. I'm not going to name her name, but there's a
Okay.
series of posters about mental health about Dundee.
Okay.
And her and her boyfriend went to the food bank. And her dad's a lecturer, senior lecturer at Dundee University. And you're like, You know what I mean?
You would hope the food bank is there for people who... Because on this documentary, there was a guy...
She did a zine you would enjoy.
Oh, no, not a zine.
Well, you know what it was about.
Oh, God. Okay, wait. Putting my cup down. Carry on.
Her miscarriage is a zine.
I want it. I'm going to frame it. Really?
Yeah, a zine about.
Are we stewed tomato?
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh,
what
is it a fun read?
I've not read it, but you know.
Why would you do that?
No, but she's got a Patreon account, and that's one of the nuggets you get. A zine about her miscarriage.
Is this a girl that used to work for the Courier?
Yeah, she might. Yeah, she's been on the front of the.
I'm aware of her,
but it's just this real. Kind of horror of some people's miserable lives.
Yeah.
I hope we don't come across as miserable. We'll try and keep it nice.
I'm not miserable.
No. You should be.
The fact that I hate everything and everyone,
but
I'll have fun with it.
But you know what I mean. You want to create nice content. You know more about this than I do in Patreon. But
yeah,
to just spew out your miserable existence, that's just basically begging.
Yeah. Now
it's difficult
for our patrons, and my patrons, not you, they don't like you.
No.
But for my patrons, I do little vlogs, and I just talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I do, and it's like sometimes you go,
but they love it more because you're fascinating.
Do you think so? I think I'm just the most fascinating person in the world because I talk about.
You remember that David Attenborough thing, and it was little lizards running for the beach, and there was these snakes come out.
Yeah, that's.
You're as fascinating as that.
Oh God, that's
you
good.
doing your socks. I could watch 10 minutes of you picking your feet.
There was one thing I was going to do. I was going to set up this camera in time lapse at that side of the studio.
Watch yourself doing stuff.
But I thought, I'm going to time lapse me quickly falling off here, dying, and then
lying
decomposing. And that was going to be my fucking legacy.
Like that Morlock in the Time Machine.
That's the way I would just
one
fade
of these
away.
days, Adam Savage will cut his whole hand off and bleed to death.
Yeah.
And not normal delay. Normal be like that. I'll take my time.
Yeah.
Normal. Turn the key!
Normal will all be his.
It'll all be Norm's in it for the long game.
Do you notice that I heard, what do you call him? Adam Savage is moving from San Francisco. Everyone's moving out the cities. If you're rich and famous.
From his place?
He's moving.
But it's like a fucking dojo. It's like the spiritual dojo, and he gives these wise things about what? He's
about
leaving there.
He's leaving
to a bigger place.
Oh, I saw Joe Rogan's new studio. It hurts my head.
Is it?
It's curved, so it makes you feel like your neck hurts
it's
watching
curved.
it. Yeah.
What do you mean curved?
It feels
like the walls.
It looks like you're looking down a curved. Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
You have to look at it, and it's all in red, so it
I
hurts your eyes.
refused to watch it because he did that thing I don't like. He's got plenty of money. Oh, Adam Savage is leaving there. Fuck parking, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But San Francisco, it benefited from that, like low rents, and it was a creative place.
Yeah.
I believe it's all the Google and all that shit that's fucked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really expensive.
Right. Cities need scumbags like us in it.
That's it.
The minute you price us out of the game, cities are pointless. Central London's a waste of time. It's a mausoleum. It's a mausoleum.
That's it, yeah.
And the thing is, it's replaced Londoners of whatever. I'm not speaking them.
Yeah.
White London. I'm speaking about people that live in London, ordinary nice people. They're out, and it's just full of office space.
Yeah.
But nobody's using those offices anymore. So Central London's it's like a day of the
Triffid.
Yeah.
Day of the Triffids.
You've got to have people cheek to jowl. They always did that. Edinburgh, you'd have the wealthier people, but underneath, the wealthy people used to live on the ground floor, and all the reprobates like us were up in the attic space.
I like
copulating.
I don't copulate. I make love.
Make love on your velvet sheets.
Oh, I don't have sheets.
Oh God! On your straw. It's just springs.
Oh God!
It's just springs.
See, when it comes to sex, I'm awful. That's the end of my statement.
I've always thought that, looking at you, thought, God, that poor bastard.
I'm so apathetic.
You drift off somewhere else.
Have you fallen asleep during sex?
No.
Oh, I've done it all the time.
Have you?
I just fall asleep. I'm on top and I fall asleep.
Well, after a good greet, after a good saw,
I cry a lot.
I cry.
Oh God, a lot of
primal
men say,
scream.
After they come, they get a bit emotional. No, I'm crying beforehand. Yeah.
Oh God,
I'm not very
just
good
so
at all
delighted with it. Oh my God! I saw a horrible thing today. I was going to say.
What's that?
I've stopped using cash. I think you pretty much have as well.
Yes, I have.
Cash is gone the way of dodo. It's just dirty money. The people are no.
Yeah, it's.
Walked past a queue of people at a bank,
and
I saw the guy get his money out. There was a wad of cash, and he put it in his mouth.
No,
he was holding it in his mouth while he got it ready for his wallet. And I thought, Jesus, what?
No,
No, really weird. Cass, like, when was the last time you'd change?
Actually, I brought change for you today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but I had to go and find that.
I'll have to spray. Yeah. I don't have any change in the house.
I had to go and find it.
That's
I didn't
weird,
have any.
isn't it?
Well, I was so shocked recently because I didn't realise all the tenors and that had changed. They've got little windows in them and that.
The plastic.
I didn't know.
It's like space money.
Yeah,
it's
I didn't
really
know.
Yeah, they're indestructible. I think they've been pushing towards a cashless society for a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's you think about it. You can. My dad, he says, people like cash because they can't keep an eye on you, and there is an argument.
Yeah, there is.
You could hide money. Yeah. But,
Marco Polo wrote that he saw a feudal lord in China who done this bizarre thing.
Right.
He would have black paper with his red seal on it.
Yeah.
And instead of people trading, they would use this.
Yeah.
And that was considered mad.
Yeah.
It's just normal. We'll change it. We'll get rid of it again.
It's like, the one good thing is the demise of cash machines mean that NCR go to the wall. Those cunts. What have they moved on to? They'll be like the Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Because what else do they make? What else do they make?
I don't think they make anything.
It's just, do they make cash registers? But they'll go as well.
They do.
Although,
yeah.
do they make the wee things for your bank? The wee swipers?
No, I don't know if they do that.
I don't know what they do.
I don't know what they do.
They had all this technology, fingerprint and eye recognition.
Yeah.
All that's a waste of time now.
Waste of time.
Fuck.
Apparently.
I like cowrie shells. Cowrie shells.
That'll work, but everything, it doesn't matter what point we are in society, there will be a version of cash. There'll be a version, whether it's digital, there'll always be something rather than going back to trade, because they don't want that.
Do you own any Bitcoin?
No.
Do you know anybody that owns Bitcoin? Your mad mate?
But I do know there's quite a wonderful guy in Dundee who teaches people how to be a
Bitcoin entrepreneur,
Bitcoin millionaire.
Okay. A Bitcoin miner, do they speak about?
And this is how you get loaded, this is how you be like me, and he lives in a bedsit above the Drum Academy on the Hilltown. And it's like,
there's a lot of people have invested in Bitcoin then lost their code.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, it can only attach to your digital wallet, so you can't copy it. So if you lose your hard drive or it breaks, it's gone.
Yeah.
There's people throwing their computer out and went, wait, I've got Bitcoin in there, and they've been going through reclamation yards for years looking for their computer.
Oh my Lord.
I remember I got offered the Bitcoin for work.
And you said no.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
You'd be a billionaire now.
It was like 3 Bitcoin or something, so it was like $3,000 now or something. I don't know.
Oh fuck!
But I just said no. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
it was like
my attitude is everything now. When I see a new technology, I always have to say to myself, "Yeah, that's it. That's the future.
Just take it. You got to take a chance." There was a guy who was a graffiti artist, and he got paid to paint a wall in the Facebook offices when they got them at first, and they says, we don't have money, we could pay you in Facebook shares. I think he got 80 million for them. Oh my Lord. Yeah.
I think Facebook may be coming to an end.
They all will.
They'll all
YouTube, everything.
I don't use Facebook anymore.
Facebook.
I've come off
I've never had a Facebook account.
Facebook's good for keeping in contact with friends and family. But the thing is, you're just speaking to friends and family, so it loses its interest.
Yeah.
But all my friends, nobody there posts it.
Friends or family.
No, they don't do it anymore either. It's strange, isn't it?
I think.
What will be the next thing? I think it's computer chips in the brain.
Well, Elon Musk was talking about this, wasn't he?
Of all the brains, Elon Musk's brain.
He's an unusual person. I prefer pictures of him 20 years ago where he's got his comb over and he's a dorky guy.
He's just a money guy. Emerald mines.
Yeah.
He's just a pain in the arse.
But the thing is, the people around him that follow him, they're still convinced he actually invented the electric car.
Yeah.
the Hyperloop's bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
It's a big con.
But he keeps the whole company's bullshit.
Yeah.
They keep coming out with new ideas. Look at us.
Yeah.
Because the new thing there was going to be the lorries, and nothing comes to fruition.
Nothing.
I'm led to believe his Teslas didn't make any money.
That's right.
It's the batteries, man.
The company.
The whole thing's batteries. That's what it's all about.
There's a company doing, was it electric trucks or something?
Yeah.
And they got $2 billion in funding recently. And
Yeah.
I think just in the last few days they found out the truck that they showed in the promo was rolling downhill. It didn't have an
Jeez.
engine.
Well, to me, I
And
don't.
they tilted the camera.
Oh,
and nobody
fuckers.
spotted.
Fuckers.
The whole thing's a con.
To me, it should. I don't think if you're going to move stuff from A to B, it shouldn't be trucks. It should be freight on trains.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the efficient way.
Modernise the train. And
They won't do it.
The thing is, in the States, they're doing this high-speed rail network, and it's
Yeah.
going ahead, and
Yeah.
it will be amazing.
It'll be like change.
But
Yeah.
the Hyperloop is...
Imagine that you could buy
It was
something.
invented 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it Goddard?
Yeah.
100 years ago, and it doesn't work.
No.
And there's I would want to know. They build this giant tube.
I wouldn't be the
And
first one going into
It
it.
heats on the bottom and
Uh-huh.
it cools on the top. So how do you prevent?
Oh, folk would just
And it increases in size and shrinks every day. So the railway station would have to move.
oh, fuck.
It's nonsense. It's
It's train-
absolute
The
nonsense.
train technology is very old and it works. It's proven. It works fine.
Well, it was like
and you know
Elon
my
Musk.
feelings on train stations. Love them.
He built a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants loads of tunnels in LA that cars go down on lifts and then they go on other cars and it takes them around. So to save money, you've got 2 cars. So, and then he built this short tunnel and everyone didn't understand. They thought this was the Hyperloop. No, it was a tunnel that electric cars go in,
Oh.
but one at a time.
I have
It's
seen.
ridiculous.
I have seen some of these kind of robotics. Can places bike parks.
Right.
And they take the bikes and they're
Yeah.
all stacked.
Mhm.
And I love when they can cram stuff into space and take it. Kind of like vertical gardens are
You get
wonderful.
them with cars and they
Yeah.
pick the car up and just...
Wonderful.
It's
So
crazy.
there is, yeah, but a hyper fucking...
Hyperloop's nonsense. His
No.
tunnel idea's nonsense.
Well, he tried to rescue those kids in the tunnel and he invented this tube thing. What a pile of shit. It was like a
Just
Free
full of
Bentos
nonsense.
tin. What a
Yeah.
fucking arsehole.
It's nonsense.
I've told you before, the thing that annoyed me was he put that car into space.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that is just hubris. That's bullshit.
it
man.
is hubris.
They're always going about space junk, and he just puts a car up there. What a cock! What a cock! Yeah, but it's just money, guys.
Yeah.
If I was vastly wealthy, I would invest in smaller scale stuff.
Now, Jeff Bezos is really rich,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't invent his rockets.
No,
He's paying for them.
it's
It's
the Bezos and Musk. They're kind of it's a pissing competition. The rockets are just a toy.
yeah,
There's a famous example. It was 2 wealthy Americans who were like big corporate dudes. They were like, say they were in the printing industry or some
Mhm.
newspaper magnates, and they would do a thing with pens.
right.
And these pens are worth a fortune. They're both long dead. And what they would do was they would meet up for a cigar,
Mhm.
and then one would take out his pocket this fountain pen, but he would have it exquisitely made, but not jewel encrusted. It was
Yeah.
the technology of it, and it was just one-upmanship. And they were always doing that with pens, and it was like an arms race of fountain pens.
Well, this is like
That's the
the
same with the
paper industry in New York, and
Yeah.
I think it was the Chrysler Building,
Yeah.
and I don't think it was
Oh.
Empire State.
the
was the other
Chrysler
one.
building is a wonder, isn't
I've
it?
been in it,
Oh yeah, I'm
It's
jealous.
lovely.
First time you've told me a story, and I
It's
think I'd
lovely.
like to do that.
but
Is
when
it
they were
one?
building it, there's
Just
a
got an
spire
extra
on
bit
it,
in the top.
and they hid the spire to make think the other building that was getting built was big enough, and they hid it and built it a certain way so they could bring it up through the middle.
Directed.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And that was just one-upmanship. That's exactly what that was.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the Chrysler building, that's nice.
It is
And what's the
stunning.
other one? Is it the Flatiron building? The one on
Dunno.
the narrow one?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I haven't seen that.
No.
That looks good, though.
No.
I'll tell you what, the Empire State Building is ancient.
Right.
It's fucking gigantic.
Just
and
a
it's
l-
stunning.
Yeah.
Because it's got all these Art Deco panels
Oh.
all the way at the top.
Jesus
on outside. The detail in it's incredible.
I like old buildings,
Okay.
but I like modern buildings.
Yeah.
I despise faux buildings. Old.
Okay.
A building that's made and it's trying to be old.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
I like there's so many buildings
The
that are
Royal
modern
Mile in
like.
Edinburgh. There's
Yeah.
things that'll try and blend in by looking like similar to the old building, and it
Mhm.
just stands out. This you better build something out of glass.
Oh,
I like things like it's bunker. Like I like a bit.
No,
of-
I don't like brutalism.
Oh,
You
I
do
love
like
it.
that.
The best pishes I've ever had is pissing against the old Overgate.
Oh, the old Overgate. I used to be in there.
That was brutalist.
You didn't feel bad pissing on it.
The surface of the concrete, it didn't. But it ran down it.
It was perfect.
Beautiful. It was like Jackson Pollock.
I always felt there was a little tilt in the way.
Because
it doesn't never come back on you.
Never pished on your shoes.
That's actually very true.
So you love
nip
brutalism.
Up to the car park. If you can piss on it.
What's the brutalist one? It was the famous one. Is it London Zoo that's got the penguin enclosure and it drives the penguins insane?
Yeah. I think that's right.
Insane.
No, brutalism, there's sometimes, it's like our V&A. That wasn't meant to be brutalist.
I liked it.
Wasn't
there was a stage where it was just black and it looked like it was wonderful.
Yeah.
But then they put the wee slots on it and it made it cuddly.
It's not cuddly.
It's
ugly and it's awful. It looks like a broken old second-hand bread basket. It's ugly.
Yeah.
It's ugly. If it was out on the water, now I went to
it was going
the V&A.
To be out in the water.
I went to the V&A in London to see the models of it.
Well, you could have seen them in Aberdeen. They were here.
I know. I was there in London anyway. But
I squatted down in them all.
I went to see it, and it looked
that
great.
was my preferred design.
That was my preferred design. I thought it was wonderful. I wanted the whale. I wanted the whale, and it would blow out its blowhole every hour. But they went for this one. And when it was out in the water, it would reflect the water. It would be
sparkle.
But we don't have that now. We've got a big concrete lump that's cut in half and sits on the land.
Because they had to, they were going to have to build like roadways. That's the expense.
I knew it wasn't going to happen.
In Dundee, people should Google this.
Yeah.
And it's the plans for Dundee's beachfront. So they're building.
Get me fucking started on this content
Dundee have decided what it needs is a fucking beachfront. There's no beachfront, so they're building an artificial beach with a lagoon.
Oh, it's going to be full of syringes.
So it's syringes and cat shits and human shits.
Yeah.
And then in the summertime, no, hold on. In the winter time,
right.
It's going to become an ice park, an ice skating rink.
I hate this place.
Are they going to remove all the sand and then how?
I hate this. £3 million.
Somebody has gymped them out of a fortune. Some fucker with trainers on and a haircut has sat down in front of the Dundee councillors and given them a fandango and they've fucking fallen for it. You ever see that guy that I like the Scottish Parliament?
Right.
There's bits of it I kind of really like.
Okay.
I think his elements.
The sexiness.
There's some of the concrete they poured. It's just lovely concrete. It's lovely. But the guy was just a fucking stage magician. And he got those poor schnupps, those idiot MSPs, and he just, and they just couldn't believe it. They were transfixed by it.
I like their offices that they can't get comfy in.
They've got little booths.
They're booths.
They're
to lean forward.
They're choky wank zones.
Yeah. But...
architecture.
Something... Right. Everything that comes to Dundee I hate, and you know that.
Well, there's going to be a skyscraper, Dundee skyscraper.
A skyscraper, but hold on. It's been announced something is going ahead, and I agree with it. It's
suicide booths?
Esports Stadium beside Slessor Gardens. We'll be the only purpose-built one in the UK.
What's esport?
Computer games.
Do you need
wait a minute.
Do you need a facility for that?
Yeah, you could purpose-built it. No, hold on. Purpose-built.
Sweaty, smelling bedrooms.
You don't realise, though.
Esport's a big thing.
Millions involved, and we're going to have a purpose-built stadium.
So okay.
I think it's for 5,000 people or something.
After a life spent not watching people playing traditional sport,
yes,
you think I'm going to think I want to watch somebody playing a computer game?
Do you want to know something? I hate everything in Dundee, but I'll go to this and I would watch games. I'd watch a PUBG. I would watch.
Would you?
There's I would watch it. I watch it now. I'm quite excited when
you a couple of big foam hands.
That's it. I'm
it would
there.
Stop you playing with yourself for 5 minutes.
Barely 5 minutes. But that's getting built, and I think that's a great idea. This is the home of GTA. It's brilliant.
Dundee never got on board that. Dundee should have made it more of a games industry.
Yeah.
They never did. They let it like wither on the bough.
Yeah,
because they actually had the big games place down behind the DCA.
Yeah,
it's all shut up.
Oh,
weird. But what happened is there was the big games company that just milked Aberdeen University out of a lot of money, then went bankrupt. What were they called again? Something games.
Don't know.
Choky Wank Games.
Choky Wank Games.
Choky Wank.
Oh, Susan's here.
Susan,
our neighbour. Susan, our neighbour.
She's yeah.
Yeah,
it's like Romeo and Juliet.
On that note,
with a glandular issue.
Oh
God Almighty!
I keep getting it wrong.
That was a right local. That was a conversation.
That was a conversation. I think we're getting better. This will take time, but we're getting better.
How many
at this.
hours of this have we produced?
I think we're on about 77.
77. Fuck it. No, not 77 hours. That's probably 85 hours.
85, yeah.
85 hours. Imagine the things I could have done in 85 hours.
Watched some esports.
How many chokey wanks is that?
Oh,
that's quite a number. Esports.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm going to leave the esports to the people that know what they're doing.
Wash your balls.
Wash your balls, wash them again, and wash them thrice.
Listen,
thrice wash your balls.
Wash your balls t-shirts. They'll be made soon. I'll be making them.
Can we have wash your balls Y-fronts?
Yes.
And you get one of those.
Can.
You get a pipe cleaner with it.
There's no pipe cleaner, but there will be
pants. A really strong scrubby.
Do you want pants in the shop?
Oh God, I
could do pants for the men, thongs for the ladies,
and I can test them out.
Oh.
I'll test them out before they get sent out.
Okay, that's what you're getting. This shop's going to be extraordinary.
Oh, I'll test them right out.
Until next time, laders.
Please, for heaven's sake, wash your balls. Wash them. Don't wash your hands, just wash your balls.